welcome to a weird Whiskey Tribe episode.
Yeah, so...
Super weird.
I brought you something.
Okay. Oh, thank you. All right, so
And I brought myself a gift.
Yes. We're sitting down this episode because we can't be bothered to stand
We
up.
really can't be bothered.
We gotta sit down. So we're gonna do a distillery update.
Yeah.
And
a tribe update.
And a tribe update, and just kind of walk people through all the stuff that we can't fit into Whiskey Vault episodes, because those are whiskey reviews.
And none of them are a big enough deal to shoot a whole episode on it.
No, they're not. And Whiskey Tribe episodes is like, well, usually we try and make that topical, but every once in a while we'll break it out and just do a distillery update of everything going on. That's what we're doing today. What do you got there? What are you drinking?
To drink, I'm drinking the Balcones Mirador.
All right.
Release, which, by the way, that's used oak aged.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mirador is used oak aged.
All right.
So this is a malt, and that's, I think, a bourbon mash used oak. This is a malt mash used oak.
I dig. I think we turned a lot of people on to Michter's American just because.
Yeah, we did. It's so drinkable. First things first.
So the last week we did the visit to William Chris Vineyard.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun.
And the vote went out onto the Patreon on which barrel were we going to use.
Yeah.
The big head winner was Cinso.
Big head winner?
Big head winner. That was probably not the right way to say that.
They won some.
That won by
big head.
Head length.
Anyway.
So Cinso won. So we're going to get the Cinso barrel from William Chris.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
So we'll see what that overly simple and not yet sweet enough whiskey turns into whenever it's paired with Cinso.
Cinso.
Yeah, fair enough. So we got a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. You ate dirt.
No, I tasted peat.
No, you ate dirt.
Truly does taste like nothing.
Yeah, I tasted it when it got in.
Yeah?
I shot. When
did they have more peat?
Deb gave us one.
Oh yeah.
He sent one home with us.
Yeah.
With a little information sheet on it. So we got that back. Deb and Dave went to go pick it up.
Yep. Barrel House smells really nice right now.
It smells so good. I just want to make a pillow out of one of those bags of grain.
It's really smoky.
Smoky good.
And now the smoke that I'm getting in there isn't like that savory briny peat.
No.
It's not.
No, it's bready.
Yeah.
Bready smoke, and it almost feels like Texas campfire, which was weird.
Yeah.
But because it was Irish peat. But that's about to head to Acapon, and he's going to start doing his fermentation and mash runs.
So we'll
based on the vote that we had on what yeast and fermentation we were going to do.
When is he doing that? Because I want to do an episode about that process.
Yeah, he said he would let us know so we could put it on the schedule.
Okay, so we'll do an episode about what happens to that barley once it gets. Are they milling, or is the milling is already done?
That's already done.
It's already done. Okay.
And if not, he can do it because we'll figure that out.
Sure.
I don't know.
Things.
The answer is I don't know. But at the same time, so when we first dumped the 4 barrels, very first videos we were doing where 4 of us tasted Eleanor, and we all gave notes, and you got barrel number 2,
the best one.
The best one.
Yeah, just say the best one. They'll know. They'll know.
And anyway, so that left us with 4 empty Eleanor barrels.
Yep.
And the first thing I did was we were hanging out with Dave Macabon, and he said, "Hey, can I get one of those barrels? I want to put an oatmeal stout in it."
Yeah.
And I think it's an oatmeal stout.
Okay.
I know it's a stout.
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah, hell yeah, take it."
So he put a stout.
He took it. He put a stout in. It's been there ever since. Almost 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, where's it been stored? Is it
Inside.
Inside. Okay.
Inside. You could, if you went into their tasting room for the last 3 months,
Yeah.
you saw the Crowded Barrel Whiskey logo on a barrel in the corner.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, and Deb, when it first happened, Deb texted me a photo. She said, "I got a little choked up for some reason seeing our logo out in the world in other businesses, Crowded Barrel," because that was back when we had just opened.
Oh, okay.
Like we had just done the grand opening.
Yeah.
She was like, "It's real, everyone. It's real." So he filled it, sat for 3 months. They just dumped that barrel yesterday, and he brought the barrel back to us, and we can pop the bung on that. It smells like stout beer.
Typically, because there's Jameson Caskmates, and one of, I think, if not the most popular Caskmates is a stout.
The stout one.
Do we know how long they're letting a stout sit in
it
those
can
barrels?
be anywhere from weeks to months.
Okay, so 3 months is a decent amount of time to have an effect?
Oh yeah, absolutely. For beer, for sure.
Yeah.
Now for us, it could be weeks. So one of the things was, remember when we bought the barrel from Wyoming?
Yeah.
Sam Mead, the master distiller there.
Yeah.
He said, we were doing sherry cask finishes on some of our bourbons to try it out.
Right.
And
I'm percolating here.
Did we put Wyoming in it?
Do we put Wyoming in the set? Maybe the option.
We just got permission from them to release it at cask strength already. It could
because the question is well, can we present an option to the Whiskey Tribe for what to do with this stout barrel? Because we have the Eleanor.
Right.
It's like, well, we don't have any whiskeys yet. We're working on getting several.
No, but we're about to have the Royal Brockler from Scotland.
Right.
And we know that part of that we want to put it in something.
Okay. So
and here's the thing, Dave can make a stout barrel for us every 3 months if we want to.
Oh, fair enough. All right.
Right?
So we're not hurting for stout barrels.
No, we'll be fine. He can fill any barrel with any beer we want. And we can do any beer finish.
I need you to bring me up to speed on the Scotch Whisky class because we sourced
Royal Brockler 13.
really old Scotch, and that was a while ago.
2 things happened.
Okay.
First thing was...
It was actually 2 barrels. And
Yeah.
I know there was some issue
barrels.
with one of the barrels being... Yeah.
So first thing we find out is that we get a call and it's like, hey, well, so one of the barrels had a leak.
Okay.
And it's like 80% empty.
And they did us a solid. By
And they're like, no, we're going to dump it and then we're going to refund you.
And they did us a solid
Yeah.
because it's kind of a crapshoot whenever you're buying barrels. They could have been like, well, that's what was in
sorry,
there.
yeah.
So
They took care of it.
Yeah.
So, but now they're going to dump that into a tote. And it's 13 years old.
Yeah.
And they're going to ship it to us. Well, it's the Scottish Whisky Association has made it illegal for single malt Scotch to leave the country.
Why single malt Scotch?
Because that's
specifically?
their proprietary. It's only Scotch. It's single malt, and single malt can't leave the country
Right.
as single malt unless it's already bottled.
Right.
And so, in order to get out of the country, you have to make it a blended malt.
Right.
Right. But we don't want to blend it.
Right.
We want it to taste like it tastes.
Right.
So there's a practice in the industry called teaspooning.
This is the teaspooning.
Teaspooning.
Because you're telling me a little bit about this before. It's basically
Yeah.
an elaborate, really. I mean, it's just nonsensical.
It
and
is
the
nonsensical.
Only reason to do it is to get around
Regulations
that don't really help anybody. They're just there.
They're
and
there.
Nobody wants to use their political capital to change anything. So
Yep.
you just have these dumb laws on the books.
They have a malt in the warehouse,
Right.
and they'll take it. Just I got to figure out. He's got to find out which malt it is. He doesn't even know.
Right.
And they pour a teaspoon, and they dump that into the tote, and now it's a blended malt because it's 2 different single malts.
Sure. So that does it.
That does it.
We can't have it while it is like
Single malt.
Every molecule in that barrel is a single malt. But the moment you put a teaspoon of something else in there, it's
a
like, oh, now
blended
you're
malt.
fine.
Yeah.
Now you're fine.
It's a blended malt now.
Wow.
Legally. And now it heads here. Now here's the interesting thing. U.S. law
Right.
is that we can't just bottle it and sell it. That's illegal.
Now hold on. I just wanted to take a quick moment
Yeah.
to simultaneously be annoyed that exists, but also feel better because our country isn't the only one with really screwed up liquor laws.
Yeah, that's true. So it gets here. We can't just bottle it and sell it
Yeah.
as 13-year-old malt whiskey.
Okay.
We can't do that.
All right. So.
We have to rectify it, which means in order to sell it at our distillery,
Right.
we have to change it in some way. We're all going to vote on that.
Can we use a teaspoon to change it?
We can proof it down, change the proof
To it.
in any quantity. We've now rectified it.
God, what is, like, why?
Yeah.
What is this? So the Royal Brockler, that's actually coming, and we're
Yeah,
going to,
and also I need to find a company that will ship it for us because it has to go through customs, it has to go reported through a port city.
Right.
All these different things have to happen to it.
They're speaking of the lawyer and
Oh, yeah.
regulations. One of the things that we've been trying to put together for the longest time,
Yes.
Whiskey Tribe meetups.
Like since the grand opening.
Yeah, so we've had the broad strokes of how these work for ages, and the finer details have been coming together. But we've needed clarification from our lawyer.
So we were saying we want to have the option for the people in our community to gather together with our endorsement
right.
to share interesting whiskeys and be a part of a tradition that occurs in their town and community.
Yeah,
Right?
It's fun, it's safe, and it's for the more extroverted among us
Yeah.
in the tribe to actually get together and hang out.
Exactly. Now, our question for the lawyer was, surely this has got to be illegal because every good idea we have turns out is illegal.
Yeah, no, it's don't get me started.
Yeah. So it turns out that we can totally do and endorse the meetups without any legal ramifications for us. What we can't do is tell you where to gather, but we can give you a whole list of suggestions of the kinds of places in your city you might look to
Right.
that would be a reasonable place to meet up and do this.
So
it's going to happen. The lawyer said, yeah, sure, fine.
And specifically what you're talking about is the role of the Whiskey Tribe Scout. And whenever there's going to be an ongoing, we'll start monthly and we'll go from there, an ongoing monthly Whiskey Tribe meetup in an area, in a city, then the first question that gets asked is, where's it going to be? And whoever finds the best location and people in that area is like, let's do that. They are the official Whiskey Tribe Scout for that city, for Boston, for Austin, for wherever.
Or for big enough cities, North Dallas, South. Dallas.
Big cities can have like multiple places.
So that's the Scout, and actually, and I'll give you a little tip and we'll do a whole video on meetups, the way we do with Patreon.
Yeah.
But one thing the lawyer said, and this put us down spinning past for gatherings, is a really great place to meet up.
Yeah.
Common areas at apartment complexes.
Right, because one of the biggest problems is it's like, well, you just meet up at a bar,
but they won't let you bring alcohol.
They won't let you bring alcohol, and more often than not, bars aren't going to have an amazing whiskey selection. So if the entire purpose of a meetup is to hang out with other magnificent
bastards, it gets really expensive.
Hang out with other magnificent bastards. And share your collections with each other.
That's the important part.
Because we have had the privilege of sampling hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different whiskeys. And it's like, man, there's more whiskeys than we could ever finish in a lifetime.
This is one of the main reasons we started talking about meetups.
Is there a way for us to aim the tribe's generosity at other community members? Yes.
You guys. It's like, look, we have enough whiskey, guys. Why don't you guys all drink that?
Yes.
Share it with each other. That's far more interesting.
So figuring out how to do that in a way that doesn't break any laws.
There is a plan, and we just got the green light, so now we can start formalizing it.
Yeah, formalizing it. So bars are usually a no-go.
We'll probably start with an Austin template.
Yeah, and we're not going to do sharing or trading online.
Safety, no.
That's not a thing that we're going to do. But if you're physically in the same room with
and it won't be buying and selling bottles.
No, just sharing. So in the community, we're recording this the day after the end of Rex Month came out, the How to Slay a Whiskey Mooch episode.
Right.
One of the more elaborate episodes. One of the reactions, because here's a little behind the scenes. Whenever we do one of these shenanigan episodes, the main thing that I'm going for is basically I want a human being to have very, very mixed feelings. I want them to feel like that was the worst and best thing I've ever seen.
Simultaneously. You're trying to create internal conflict.
Yes. Whenever I see somebody like, you know what, I laughed and I cried. So yes, perfect. So it's the idea of...
And I was mildly disgusted with myself for
enjoying
it.
I hate myself for enjoying that. The idea of the dichotomy of something that is so cringy that you just have to love it.
You know what it reminds me of?
Yeah.
It's like the same thing as the poof-haired painting guy.
Yeah, Bob Ross.
Yeah, Bob Ross. It's like he's just you just can't help but watch.
No, Bob Ross is earnest though, man.
He's serious. Yeah.
Well, were you serious?
This is like the Red Green Show.
Hold on, Daniel. This is very chill.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Were you trying to summon your friends?
Yeah.
With a necklace? What are you doing? It's so lame.
That's a horrible idea. It's never gonna work.
But I think that's an amazing result whenever people feel like that is so lame and so cool.
Basically, that's the definition of our scooters.
Yeah, no, that's exactly
it's so lame, I want one.
Yeah, yes. So one of the more surprising comments, because it's the end of Rex Month and people they're gonna say very enthusiastic and animated and passionate, even if they hate it. It's like good. That's what we're going for.
Yeah.
But the thing that surprised me is the number of posts and people. I mean, by the hundreds.
Yeah.
They're saying, "Hey guys, you need to
take a break.
Take a break.
You're not looking too good."
Right. You're looking.
Yeah, and I think part of it had to do with the publish time of 4 a.m. After having waited.
Yeah. No. Oh. And
for a day and a half.
That's the other thing. For the first time in I think it's years, we missed a publish date.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was,
And I think that was everyone's clue is like, whoa, this is new.
Yeah.
This is different.
No,
maybe you guys need to rest a little bit.
Right. So we missed the publish day, and people are telling us, take a break. So, you and I are both of the school of, hey, when there's stuff to do,
saddle up.
Yeah, saddle up, get it done.
This is not the time to have your little whiny opinions. This is time to get shit happening.
The time. But at the same time, whenever people who are in the community and they enjoy the shows, they're seeing something where they, just take a week off, relax, and say, okay, let's do that. Let's do 8 week off starting on Tuesday.
On Tuesday, we'll have an episode for Monday to let the Vault episode people who don't watch the Tribe.
How dare they?
Understand what's going on.
Right.
And then we won't have another episode again until the following Tuesday.
So
that means
the Tribe episode.
Tuesday, what's the calendar date? Tuesday, November 13th will be the next Vault episode.
Yep, and then the next Tribe episode will be the 17th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One of the things that I would really love for the Magnificent Bastards to discuss amongst themselves while we're gone is what to do in Ireland.
Yes.
Because Daniel and I are going to be in Ireland next year sometime. We just need to choose a date. And we're going to be shooting some videos there.
Yep. So we got invited by a distillery to come out, and that gave us a reason to head to Ireland.
And specifically a distillery that's doing some super innovative things.
This is maybe the most nerdy, cool distillery conversation you're ever going to hear about a distillery in Ireland.
Because we get invited, to events and distillers and stuff, but specifically they're doing some super interesting...
unbelievably elaborate. But, we can travel around.
It's not the size of Texas, man. I don't think it is. Is Ireland? How big is Ireland?
I don't know. Ireland is 27,000 square miles.
Yeah.
Texas is 268,000 square miles.
Okay, so we can get around Ireland okay. We'll be fine.
Well, the roads the speed limits aren't as fast, and it's not as wide open.
And we're driving on a weird side of a road.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a thing. We can do it.
Things to do in Ireland. What are your ideas? What is cool? And then maybe some supplemental behind-the-scenes content while we are in Ireland. Yeah. Things to do.
Yeah.
Anything else? I'm going to title this the Phoning It In episode.
Yeah.
Because...
yeah, we did.
Honestly, if you asked me to dial a phone right now, I would just tell Siri to dial the damn number.
Yeah. And if it didn't work, I'm just not calling that person.
All right, guys. Thank you for, suggesting we take some time off. We will take advantage of the opportunity and get some energy back and hit it hard again.
Cheers.
Cheers.